Well, Hauraki Golf is right on the doorstep of New Zealand's biggest city, but it's also one of the main spawning grounds of snapper here in New Zealand. And at this time of year, which is springtime, all the snapper are coming into the Hauraki Golf. They're chasing all the bait fish, they're getting ready to spawn, and as a result the snapper fishing can be out of this world. So we've headed up into the Firth of Thames. We're going to head out towards Hauraki Island, and we're going to look for the telltale signs of dive bombing gannets to show us where the bait is, and we're going to drop some Shimano wonderful jigs down and hopefully get into a pretty hot day of spring snapper fishing. We got no bait on board today. We stopped at Top Catch and grabbed a little bit of salt ice, but that's it. So pretty excited about what could be a good day. Woohoo! Oh, she's been a difficult morning. We've sort of been looking for birds. The weather kicked in a little bit and the gannets are sort of not really doing their thing, but we came out into the middle ground, sort of between the Coromandel Peninsula and the back of Hauraki Island, and just found a little bit of sign on the bottom, and second drop, we're hooked up. That's a beauty of a fish. Yes! That's a beautiful fish. Pretty happy with that. Hopefully there's a few more down there. Oh, there we go. Yep. We've just been drifting for the last half hour. We've sort of found a bit of a line that we drift through a good little patch of fish. We're just out on the mud, pretty nondescript sort of a spot, but there's obviously something there for the fish. They're sort of holding over a certain spot, and we've just been setting up a drift and coming through and picking up some nice little pannies with the odd better specimen amongst them. Hopefully this one's just a little better. Oh, that's a nice John Dory actually. That's what we want. I'll just grab the net. That's a beauty. Never going to complain with a delicious John Dory, and that's Mini Metal's first John Dory. So to celebrate, we'll eat them. Nice one. So the fish definitely seem to be holding in quite a specific spot. We've marked it on our Garmin 1222, and what started off as a pretty quiet morning is very quickly turning into a successful afternoon. So it just shows you the importance of being a little bit patient. But get set up for this next drift and drop some more jigs into the bottom and see what we can find.
Beauty, mate. Well done.
Oh, that might be a better one actually. Yep. I think I've got myself a slightly better model snapper, which is what we're looking for. He's actually ripping quite a bit of line off the old Calcutta. I love this little reel. It's been my favourite for a long time. Shouldn't be too far away. Here we go. Yep, nice snapper. Nice snapper. That's what we're after. Beauty. It's a very nice fish. That's what we want. Sweet. Come here. Nice. Oi, that's a nice heavy fish. Jeez. Beautiful condition, these snapper. As you can see, a beautiful Hauraki Golf snapper out on the mud. We searched for the workups all morning, no luck. Came out into the middle ground, got into some beautiful fish. So I'm not going to complain when we get a snapper like that. He's had a bit of a tough battle coming up from 40 metres, so he's destined for the smoker, but certainly very nice snapper to be catching out over the mud. Yee-hoo! I'm really glad we stuck it out here, because I keep saying it, but what started off as a very average morning where we struggled to find any sign of fish has turned into an absolutely brilliant afternoon session on the micro jig. So the average size of the fish has definitely increased over the last half hour. I can't tell if this is a real big fish or just one that's putting up a real good account of himself, because he sort of doesn't feel like there's a huge amount of weight there, and then he rips off. Here he comes.
Nice.
It's a good fish.
That's a big dog.
It's a beauty. That's what we want. Milk coming out. I'll just grab the net. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Those little wee hooks can catch beautiful snapper like that. That's probably 6 or 7 pounds. Beautiful spawning snapper. We've got plenty in the bin. This guy looks like he's in pretty good nick. So I think we will let him go back and make heaps of babies. And he's off, powering away. Woo-hoo! Another good snapper. Geez, we've had a good session. Love it. Yeah, boy. It's 5 o'clock, so I guess that's knock-off time. And today was certainly a day of two halves. What looked like it could be a bit of a bust actually ended up being a really memorable session. And once again, the Hauraki Golf has delivered. Not one piece of smelly bait used today. It's been all lures, namely the Shimano Colt Sniper Wonderful and the Shimano Inchiku. They've been absolutely deadly on the Hauraki Golf snapper, and we're very, very privileged here in New Zealand that we can come out and catch such beautiful fish right on the doorstep of New Zealand's biggest city. However, better call it a day. All we've got to do now is go home, fillet the fish, clean the boat, and look forward to catching you guys on our next epic fishy adventure. Yee-hee!